Since you have learned where Western Europe is located at, it is now time to learn what it is like. In this video, we will be covering 5 main points: the landform and resources, the climate, the tourist spots, the music, and the modern lifestyle. So without further ado, let us begin with number 1. Europe can be called a peninsula of peninsulas because it is basically a large peninsula consisting of many smaller peninsulas. The major peninsulas are the Scandinavian and Jutland Peninsula on the north, the Iberian, Italian, and Balkans Peninsula on the south, and some islands. Europe also contains quite a number of uplands and mountain ranges, including the Alps, the Pyrenees, the Carpathians, the Balkans, and the Apennines. These mountains make transportation and communication difficult, but luckily, Europe has many rivers such as the Danube and the Rhine to help such situations. To top it all off, Europe has fertile plains such as the Northern European Plain and an abundant source of coal and iron, which is why it is the first continent to be industrialized. Now, it's time to learn about the climates these landforms have to offer.
Most of Europe's climate generally remains temperate and mild, with cool summers and cold winters. The general rules are: first, Europe gets warmer towards the south. Second, it gets drier towards the east. Third, the prevailing winds blow in from the Atlantic Ocean. Fourth, the change from hot summers to cold winters is greatest in Eastern Europe. And to break it down by regions, Southern Europe has a Mediterranean climate. Western Europe and the Atlantic Ocean area has temperate oceanic climate. Central and Eastern Europe have temperate continental climate. And fourth, Northern Europe has tundra and polar climate. Now let's go to the tourism part.
According to the US News Travel, the #1 city which ranked the best Europe vacation city goes to, drumroll please, Barcelona, Spain! Barcelona is a tourist city for all ages. Barcelona is a city filled with astounding architecture, beautiful beaches, and streets filled with restaurants and attractive pedestrian markets, perfect for all you night lover tourists. This is followed by Paris, France, the city of love and lights, also known as the leader of the fashion industry. Paris contains a variety of delicious cuisines and art collections. And the third place goes to Berlin, Germany, a place full of cultural renaissance such as the Berlin Wall, the Murdered Jews Memorial, the Topography of Terror, and the Checkpoint Charlie Museum. Now that you have known all the sights, it's time to learn more about the sounds.
There were 4 main music periods: Baroque, Classical, Romantic, and Contemporary. The Baroque period started around 1600 in Italy and then began to spread all over Europe. The music during this time was clear, articulate, and easy to understand. One of the most famous composers during this period was Johann Sebastian Bach, who composed music for the organ, harpsichord, and orchestra. The Classical period began around 1750, and many famous composers that we still remember until today were born during this period. One of them is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and another is Ludwig van Beethoven. They were both music prodigies, and they composed hundreds of beautiful pieces of music. The Romantic period began in the 18th century, and it was the time that composers began to fully express their emotions. The music was rich and had lots of dynamics. One extremely famous composer who was born during this period is Frédéric Chopin, whose waltzes, etudes, and nocturnes are recognized and loved universally. The Contemporary period began from mid-1930s and has not ended yet. The style of this period is unlike any other period. There are no rules or rigid structures for the songs, and their rhythms are quite complex. Sergei Prokofiev was a contemporary composer, and one of his songs that is most famous is The Love for 3 Oranges, which is the song that you are hearing right now. And the free structure of music today also resonates within the people's lifestyle.
Europeans tend to have the ability to entertain themselves in every way, such as finding interesting places to live and also inventing different kinds of dramas and poetry. Europeans often socialize in public places such as bars, parks, coffee shops, and departmental stores too. Due to the variety of entertainments, Europe has far less crime rates than America.